Hello folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Ace Academy, a safe space in which we awesome, where we're just here with our Mr. Uncle Bro, and he's talking about his, well, not ex-wife, but complicated relationship with his wife. And I just realized that monitor is on in the background, but let's continue. Hey, it's kind of fun, oh, I got a burp, but it's a water burp, so it's not gonna come easy. It's kind of funny that even though you weren't ready for kids, you ended up having them anyway. Oh yeah, right, us. I'm like, do I have cousins? He grins.
You guys don't count. You practically take care of yourselves.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm just here to provide the roof.
Well, yeah, that's what being a parent is. Eventually. Gee, thanks. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't have kids. He laughs. So, what was this phone call tonight about? That sounds very much in fitting with the accent I gave him. So what was this phone call tonight about? Kato turns solemn once more.
Part of our agreement for our separation was that we will both do whatever it takes to keep up the pretense of marriage when it involves our careers.
I mean, fair enough. Oh, why not?
She's going on some sort of retreat with her girlfriend.
Ooh, girlfriend.
We consult with each other before booking any trips.
Modern
to
relationship.
like this from happening. But this time she didn't.
Okay.
I really need her there.
She'll be there. Aunt Yugi and a girl. Clearly this arrangement isn't working either. Do I be more real, or do I be more encouraging, or do I be more curious? All of these things I would actually do. Given, circumstances. I'm gonna go with this one. Maybe a guy should just get that divorce. All trace of playfulness is gone in Kato's face.
Excuse me?
Oh. While living together wasn't working, being separated doesn't seem to be working for you two either. If she doesn't show up to the grand opening, how would that be any better than getting divorced?
It's not the same. Missing one engagement can easily be excused. There's no turning back from divorce. Neither one of us can afford that.
I have divorced parents, my bro. It's not that big a deal. I shrug. I mean, if you say so.
I do.
Alright. Uncle Kato glances at the clock and stands.
I didn't realize how late it's gotten. I have an early start tomorrow.
Are you sure, or are you just trying to get me away from you? And don't you always have an early start? You get up before I do.
True, but I have an even earlier start than usual.
Ick. I thought that was like an acronym, like I don't know or I don't care or whatever. I'm just like, no, ick. We say goodnight and Kato heads upstairs. I go into the living room and turn on the TV. A first for me. After watching my shows and the news, I turn in for the night. What shows do I have? I've never once watched a television. I wake up and yawn. Another day, another class. As if on autopilot, I get dressed and go through my morning routine. Then I hit a wall because my morning routine usually involves a different room layout. My autopilot has yet to be reconfigured. Then I hop on my bike and I drive to school. When I arrive, I head straight for class and wait for the professor. He arrives promptly and begins class.
Good morning. Today we'll be discussing the differences between military grenade
I honestly like this guy's voice.
used in recreational matches.
I like the way he talks. It's just a good voice. Fuck it. I want to learn. Sure. It should be interesting stuff. I focus on my professor's lecture.
The fundamental difference between the two is that military grenade weaponry are configured for energy output, which can cause lethal damage.
Like, you're in the class anyway. You might as well get what you can from it.
Recreational weaponry is closely regulated so it can't actually destroy the gear frame. Since the shields on a gear get the brunt of the damage, we consider a depowered gear in recreational matches as destroyed.
Fair enough.
What if someone brought in an unregulated weapon for a match?
Before every match, the equipment of each gear is checked and double-checked to ensure the energy output
Is it
will
triple
fit
check?
proper parameters.
What about the qualifier matches? There was a gear that did some energy output override.
That didn't happen. You're lying. As one, the class looks at me. He's lying! It's all scandal and lies.
During that specific qualifier match, the gear's energy core is what surged with additional power, not his weapons. Although, I must admit, I've never seen a core do that before. Hopefully this young man can enlighten us on how he did it.
Totally. I can... No idea I did. No one but me no one finds out my secret. Why are you talking about my I mean, the exclamation point, I don't agree with, but I don't want to say I have no idea how I did it, because I don't want people to think I'm a fraud. Even though I am. But what I do want, though, is I want people to be interested. So, this one. Nice try. Our team isn't giving up that information. Class looks disappointed, but the professor grins.
Smart move. Don't give away your advantage.
Yeah, also I don't want to appear like a fool.
Let's get back to the lesson.
I'll figure it out in my own time. That question was just there to make sure you're paying attention to the game. Once class ends, I hurry out of the room. My phone is already in my hand by the time I go outside. Let's see if anyone's free. Okay, I've hung out with each of these people equally. I'll hang out with Kaori again. Fuck it. My stomach complains loudly for food. Hopefully nobody else heard that. At least I have plenty of time to grab lunch before my next class. I'm not a fan of Sho, to be honest. He's kind of a dork. He's alright. He's a good guy, but eh. There's a cafeteria on campus, which I've eaten at a couple times. The food is cheap and surprisingly good. Way better than the cafeteria food in CINY. But the options are limited. I've heard the Pilot's Lounge has some decent options, and their daily specials incorporate cuisine from other cultures. It might be worth a look. Also, every time I do anything, I end up in the Pilot's Lounge. Navigate to the lounge. So, I'm not sure if it's all the options lead here, or if I just keep getting lucky and grabbing the one that's like that, but it keeps happening. Keeps happening, bro. I warned you about stairs. Luckily, there isn't a line. I hope that's because I beat the lunch rush and not because the food is bad. Oh, excuse me. Pushing those thoughts aside, I walk up to the bar.
Hello, what do you have?
I study the limited menu on the wall. Behind the bartender is a chalkboard with the daily special written down. Cheeseburger with fries. That's not bar. That's food. That's a grill. That's bar and grill, not bar. I was thinking I'd be getting alcohol. Something healthy would be good. Hell yeah, burger and fries. Five Guys burgers and fries. I don't have a preference. By the way, I'm Canadian. We don't have Five Guys up here, and I've watched Let's Plays for years, so I've heard many things about that place, and it's on my bucket list to eat at a Five Guys burgers and fries, and I'm real excited for it. Something healthy would be good. Yeah, let's go with the healthiness. Not sure what I want. Yeah, it's my life goal to eat a fucking burger chain. That's it. Alright, what healthy options do you have?
Healthy? I can get you a protein bar.
Hell yes. Thanks, but I meant an actual meal. Do you have a salad? Bartender raises an eyebrow.
Sure, it's called the burger salad. You get a burger without the buns or patty.
Okay. He doesn't have to be a jerk about it.
Take the hit, kid.
I consider going somewhere else when my stomach growls again in protest. Fine, let's just have the special, whatever. It's clearly not the special. That sounds basic.
How special? Burger and fries coming up. That'll be 873 credits.
I was gonna say, like, that's pretty cheap. And then it says credits. I'm like, oh. After paying, I move over to the side and wait for my lunch. Which, by the way, I'm aware a burger and fries shouldn't be like $9, but this is like a fucking an exclusive place. They're gonna fucking up that price. They're gonna fucking raise it through the roof. I expect like $15. Like, you ever get movie theater popcorn? The whole joke is that it costs millions of dollars. It doesn't, but it still costs way more than it should. After a few minutes, he slides over a tray with a juicy burger and a mound of fries. Ooh, they better have vinegar on them. This looks like a heart attack just waiting to happen. Oh, well, I suppose I'll just treat myself today as my cheat day. Sure. Picking up my tray, I scan the Pilot's Lounge for an empty table. Most of them are occupied by single students focused on their food or studies. As I'm debating whether or not to join a random student, I spot a girl with reddish-orange hair sitting alone. It's Kaori! It's fucking Penny! I breathe out a sigh of relief and make my way over to her. Hey! By the way, if you know any redheads named Penny, you know all of the people named Penny. She looks up at me.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, no worries. Mind if I sit there? She shakes her head. She shakes her head up and down in a yes, I do mind. Place my tray next to her bento and sit down. Kaori refocuses on her meal and eats in silence. Is she waiting for me to engage in conversation? It's pretty awkward. Speak up. Stay quiet. I mean, I personally would speak up, but also I know for a fact that, I have friends who are just 107,000% content just being in the presence of a friend and being silent. Or at least I know one person like that. He's in the deck of 3. His name is Connor. Let me speak up. So, how are things?
Good.
Yes? She doesn't even bother looking at me. What do you think about the weather today?
Adequate.
She isn't happy with me speaking. This is seriously like pulling teeth. I shouldn't be surprised though, it's Carrie after all. Small talk is not her forte. I know that's no. That was intentional. I pick up a ketchup packet and squeeze the contents over my fries. I thought you were gonna like smash it into her face. I don't know why, but that's my immediate response. I'm like, that's just a bad plan.
You're really eating that?
Huh? Carrie finally looks up at my food and examines my meal.
Burgers are very unhealthy. They are full of fat and very high in calories.
I tried asking for a fucking salad.
Fries are even worse. Those are just empty carbs. And the average meal holds the amount of sodium an average person needs in a day.
I wanted something healthy. This wasn't my first pick, but I doubt it's that bad. I mean, I don't doubt it's that bad. Carrie leans back in disappointment and shrugs.
Whatever. It's your choice.
I didn't want this choice. I glance at her bento. It's an assortment of simple Mackie rolls. Even Mr. Mackie rolls. I said I wanted something healthier. I wouldn't be excited to eat what she's having. Well, sometimes it's nice to eat something tasty for a change. Oh, she looks real angry. She frowns in irritation. I thought I was sitting like across from her, not beside her. Oh, I guess this lounge area has circular tables. What the fuck is his face, by the way?
What makes you think my bento isn't tasty?
Because I'm making condescending, prejudiced opinions. Taking a look at it, then smirk. You don't need to get so defensive. I'm sure it's healthy, but the thing barely looks... sees it. Oh, God! The fucking face. Now shows a Maggie roll into my mouth while I'm mid-sentence.
Don't judge it until you've tried it.
My mom said that my whole life. I didn't listen then. I won't listen now. Wow, this is surprisingly delicious. It's light with simple ingredients, and each bite is still packed with flavor. The flavor of rice, which has very little flavor. She's got blush on her cheeks. Quickly retracts her chopsticks. When she realizes what she'd done, her cheek flush. That was actually pretty good. You win this time. I guess I was wrong. Give me another piece! No, I'm not gonna be like that. Though, then again, I'm in Japan. Showing loud excitement for food is the way to be polite. Which is backwards to me, but... that was actually pretty good. Ah, you have a talent for cooking. Her cheeks turn crimson. She tries to hide her face in her bento while assuming an air of nonchalance as she resumes eating.
Thanks. Or whatever.
What do you mean, or whatever? Would you say another word in this particular circumstance? She's still pretty awkward when it comes to compliments, so something about that is kind of cute. We end up finishing our meals in silence, but I'm glad I was able to learn a little bit about Carrie. I'm in the campus gym finishing out my workout. When I return to my locker, there's a mixed message from Carrie. Emergency meeting, meet now in the hangar. Jeez, all caps. That one was an actual mistake. Better get going. I arrive at the hangar about the same time as Sho and Mayu. Carrie waits impatiently in front of her gear.
Finally! That took you a while.
I was working out. I had to shower. I had to, load up on empty carbs. It was a whole thing. I just saw your text. Might have gotten a little distracted. What are you talking about? I'm on time. I literally came here as soon as I got your text.
I texted before heading over here so we'd be on time.
I guess you walk faster than me.
Well, at least you know what you can improve on.
Hey, coyness. So what the fuck is the emergency? See a smirk? Is that Carrie's version of a joke? Carrie addresses the rest of the team.
What about you guys?
Sorry. We were having lunch, and I guess we lost track of time.
Carrie blinks and then waves her hand dismissively.
Never mind. We have more important things to discuss. Like our sponsor situation.
Oh, did you hear about that? Everyone becomes serious. Everyone becomes serious. They turn on that mode.
Our gears need a lot of maintenance to return to peak fighting condition. And the next round is tomorrow.
Oh shit.
I
That
don't
doesn't
know
sound
why,
good.
but everyone I talked to was really rude and unhelpful.
I mean, I know why. Because you're pretty rude and unhelpful yourself. Joe and I share a knowing glance as Carrie catches... Oh, that's actually the joke. Oh!
What?
Nothing.
She continues to stare.
It's just, sometimes you...
Come off as a little harsh.
I'm just honest.
Sure, but honesty doesn't make people like you. You need to get in touch with your soft, warm,
Oh
feminine
god, why did he say soft? That has no bearing on the conversation. Carrie raises an eyebrow. Oh, she actually did. Nice.
Is
Nicely
that
done.
what you do?
Yes! I mean to the warm thing, not the soft and feminine thing.
What the hell's wrong with being feminine? Or soft, I guess. I wouldn't mind being soft. That sounds awesome. We stare at him blankly.
I'm just going to shut up now.
Why didn't you just accept that you're a warm, soft, feminine boy? Come on, now.
Before you do, did you manage to get a sponsor?
Nah. He folds his hands behind his head and leans into them.
Nope.
You forgot to ask around, didn't you?
Maybe?
He looks sheepish. Meh. Carrie rolls her eyes.
What about you, Mayu? Can your father sponsor us?
He can, but he won't. He hates us.
Unfortunately, he's backing the team I was originally supposed to join. When I was invited onto the team, Father was so happy, he promised he'd sponsor them.
And then he didn't return on that.
Even though I never joined them, he can't go back on his promise.
He only promised you, though. That isn't how parenthood works. Carrie nods and then faces me.
You had that interview yesterday, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, I went to the interview with Warp Tech. It didn't work out.
Why am I not surprised?
What? That had less to do with me and more to do with our team status. I can show you the full report from the SBA if you want to know the official reason, but basically we weren't a high enough rank. I fish my phone out of my pocket. It flashes low battery warnings at me before it dies completely. That was really fucking convenient timing.
Where's the report?
Hold on, I have to charge my phone. My gaze lands on my gear. I race to it and head into the cockpit. My teammates call after me, but I ignore them. Once I plug my phone into the dock connection, it lights up with the charging symbol. 100%. Wearing confused face as I climb out of the cockpit. What?
Why didn't you just use an outlet?
Because I want to be amazing? Maybe points at an outlet on the wall. When did those get there? This isn't what gears are for. Here's if I use an outlet or my gear. Huh. That's new.
No, they're not.
Well, they're new to me. Never noticed them before.
Ooh, what about those? And those?
Show points at another outlet. In fact, there are outlets everywhere. Nope, never seen them before either. I just got my vision today. See, I was blind before. Besides, an outlet doesn't do me any good if I don't have a phone charger with me.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
Anyway, I guess we're back to square one.
Hey, I fucking did all the work. You could have done more.
Back? We never left square one.
Don't give up hope just yet. They might have something.
Another meeting?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. No, but my friend in the SBA is still helping us search.
Okay. In the meantime, the rest of us should continue our search too.
Ethan, you're a fucking useless waste of space. Even though you did most of the work.
I'll take another look at what ACE offers. Maybe there's some kind of campus grant or funding we can apply for.
Ooh, grants are awesome.
Mayu, do you think you could reach out to some of the other major corporations we haven't talked to yet? Maybe with your background, you'll have more luck than we would.
Mayu nods.
Maybe Sho can ask around local businesses?
Okay.
Good idea.
Carrie looks at me. I'll follow up with my contact. She nods.
Hopefully, we'll find someone. But there's a chance we might have to fight with our gears as is.
I'm confident we'll get someone in time. Mayu nods at me. Sho claps me on the back.
Okay, we have our plan. Text me if you guys get in.
Clap, 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 clap. Ah, stop hitting me. But that'll have to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've, of course, been Keywii, you've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. And goodbye.